Yo, what is up guys, it's Lost Curve. Welcome back to another video. Today's video just gonna be another Finn VOD review video. Now, if you guys didn't know, I've been trying to play some Finn a few hours a week, just trying to grind him out, trying to get better at him slowly. And like with the time I have, you know, considering the fact that I have college and stuff to balance right now, I haven't really had a bunch of time and specifically motivation to play Multiversus, but like, honestly, whenever I do hop on, I have a lot of fun. And like, you know, being able to climb and play against really good players right now, considering there's so many good players that have like consistently been queuing that I keep queuing into, is just a lot of fun. So every single time I hop on, it's always a challenge. It's always just an interesting time. So today actually is a, you know, ladder match I got against Chavo. You'll see if I win or not, but actually, if you guys didn't know, Chavo is actually a, you know, Mayhem player. He played at the Mayhem tournaments and hosts them. And so his Finn is kind of just known as like, you know, the Finn, like he was the Finn at the beginning. And so, you know, getting to play against him again after sparring against him countless times has just been just such an awesome experience. And yeah, this game you'll see is just a really close match. So the game starts out and I get 9% on him and he gets 8% on me here. And overall, so far, we're playing a pretty even neutral, and he gets that really nice down attack on me, which puts me in disadvantage, and I luckily get that nice dodge there and get a quick combo out of there. And one thing I've noticed about my gameplay recently is that I do go for backpack maybe a little bit too often, and look at that combo, that's crazy. Put up from Chavo here, and like, one thing, yeah, like I said, one thing I've noticed about like whenever I play this game is like definitely, I noticed that my combos are getting better and my neutral is getting better and I'm able to keep up with people in neutral. I just like, whenever I'm against Chavo, man, I swear this guy just cheeses me so hard every single time. And like, he's just the Finn cheeser. He's just a god at it. And you'll see that throughout this match that, you know, he does actually do a great job catching some kills on me here. So, you know, as this game continues, we're at 83 versus 96, pretty even here. I go for a lunge approach, and I go for a nair into up air and a backpack, and unfortunately the bottom of nair hits me there, which is pretty sad. But in this kind of move, like in this kind of point in like the game, I really want to throw out moves that are like, you know, going to get kills on him, and that definitely is huge. Like getting that lead right there is amazing. I really wanted to throw out some more charge moves, and I saw him you know, get caught on the ledge, and I was like, shit, might as well go for it. So here I'm trying to push my advantage here, going for a little bit more stray hits, but he's just landing a lot of his charge moves, unfortunately. I missed my high five there, which would have been so huge for the game. He keeps landing these neutral attacks on me for some reason, and I just cannot challenge him. Like, I keep getting hit by him over and over again. I couldn't, for some reason, I just couldn't find anything. So at this point, Chavo, I can just tell, is starting to heat up a little bit, and I'm trying to get him off me a little bit. And I'm kind of on ledge here, and I throw my gem to get back on stage, and I actually get a nice combo out here and almost kill him, but that's just not enough. Unfortunately, not enough coins. That would have been a crazy kill though if I did have coins, and actually starts to even out a lot more here after I get that combo off. 31 to 52, and you kind of just see the fact that like that he just lands these crazy lunge combos that like put me in a really bad position because of how strong the sweet spot of lunge actually is. It can knock you away so far. And he goes for a high five here. I try to jab to punish it, and I don't land that punish. I try to throw an apple to get back on stage, and luckily it works. Gets a neutral attack on me, puts me back in disadvantage, and I get some nice combos coming out. I don't know why I backpacked it. It was kind of a throw, to be honest with you, because I could have probably put myself in a better position, but he lands a neutral attack on me. And as you guys can see, Chavo is definitely trying to utilize his neutral attack very often. And I try to go for the fast fall there, and I don't get it. 120% on Chavo, 83%. I have a massive lead here, and definitely could end up closing this game out. But I'm trying to find a way to catch him with one of these stray moves, and high five doesn't work out, but a double forward air ends it, and that's it. 120%. Such robbery, man. But yeah, and here we are back in our next game against Aquatic Hug. He's actually a Garnet demon in ranked right now, number 7 or number 6, I believe. Now, I actually like I set aside a good hour and a half to record some ranked, and I actually played against this guy for a good 45 minutes of the you know, session. It's good. Like, this guy just kept queuing into him over and over again, and it taught me a lot about the Garnet matchup and how good she actually is this meta. If you guys saw my new tier list, I wouldn't have placed Garnet as high if it weren't for me playing against this guy. You know, obviously he is a high ranked Garnet, so you can't, you know, excuse that being a big reason for why he might have been performing super well. But like, just seeing some of the stuff this character was able to do, like putting me, you know, down at such a scary angle at 39% when Garnet is just known for being so good off ledge. And I do get a really good chase here. I land a dare, and I think I do land that dare nair. Oh no, I don't, unfortunately. Trying to go for that dare nair there was definitely really important, but I think he DI'd really well, and that's why he escaped it. So I go for the lunge there after the gem, and I land a hit off, and he's just going for a lot of jabs here. Again, that's just a big combo starter for Garnet. And that's kind of just how he's playing his neutral a little bit, is going for either downlights or going for jabs, which is definitely a really annoying hitbox to have to worry about. And if you see like this downlight into up attack he keeps doing, it's a really solid combo, and whenever you have Sing, it's just so good, and that backpack is just going to close out that stock. So yeah, no, I really do think, like, you know, her damage output is really good. Like, you'll see throughout the rest of this match that, like, she does get some really nice damage off, and wow, just look at that damage. Oh my god. But yeah, just playing against this Aquatic Hog guy, I definitely think I went, like, I want to say, oh wow, what a rocket. I think I went, I went like 4 and like 6 against him or something like that. Like, he definitely won more of the games, but I feel like this game I definitely showed a really dominant performance. I'm just surprised that, like, this game went so well for me and the future games weren't just free. You know what I mean? I was so confused by that. Why he wow, and that was just a really good find with that up special there in the air. One thing that's definitely makes me rethink the Garnet Finn matchup is the fact that Sing is just such a good counter to Gem. I mean, you know, Gem is usually the approach tool for Finn, and if he gives you distance, then you can kind of just Sing for free and get a free punish out of it. So, you know, it's just a really good way to play Garnet in this matchup. It's just use Sing as a way to just instantly delete the projectiles that Finn throws out. So she's actually playing a super nice, you know, wow, just look at that, 40% now. And she's racking on damage pretty well right now, and I'm looking like I'm in a pretty sticky situation. That dare might have been it, but luckily I do get that reversal, and that ends off the game. A really stressful match for me, not going to lie. Well played by him, 100%. And as this next game continues, we get a Stripe match, and, you know, Stripe has kind of been performing a little bit, you know, weaker in this current meta after his nerfs. I think I might have placed him a little bit too low in the tier list. I think he's probably still top 8 character, just because of how solid he is in ones. But I just think the attack decay change really screwed him over. Like, I think, you know, you were really getting a lot of attack decay playing Stripe, considering his forward air is such a big part of his kit. But I do still think his damage output is just so good. Having that forward air and a buzzsaw, or buzzsaw into forward air, and just having the gun to finish off your combos makes you have so much more damage output. I really do think they should have reworked a few of his moves to make him a little bit more viable, though, in terms of his whole moveset. But anyway, back onto the game. In this kind of situation, like, the biggest thing I noticed with Finn is, like, it's nice to have a gem in hand versus Stripe, because you always have a way to land whenever you're being pressured in the air. And despite after all the Stripe nerfs, I'm still feeling like he's dealing like a shit ton of damage. Wow, I mean, I'm surprised he's trying to use Dynamite too. I think it's definitely not the move on Stripe. And that was my fucking hit on that buzz, so I don't know what I was thinking, 100%. But I do land that lunge there, and I'm super unlucky because I was actually going for a backpack there and I barely whiff it, and that double forward air doesn't kill, but his forward air unfortunately does. So but a pretty even game here. I do go for the double fair chase there, and luckily it does work out for me. In this situation, the biggest thing I want to do is just deal damage. And the best way to do this right now is with Gem. But unfortunately, I get put into the, you know, the Batcave cheese, 35%, and I'm in a really bad position here. So I try to go for the down air, try to get him off stage, and it doesn't work out for me. So at this point, I want to be playing as smart as I can and trying to find some straight combos off of down air and there. And unfortunately, that did not work out for me there and didn't really get anything off that. But 60% to 30%, looks like he's got a pretty big lead here. And at this point, I really need to land, you know, just a good combo at this point. Like, I'm in a bad position because Stripe could really just close it out at any percent at this point because he has enough knockback to make his fair just put you in a bad position. So, I mean, he drops his Dynamite, luckily, and don't have to worry about that. So he just keeps throwing buzzsaws to pressure me. And at this point, again, I really want to land a good nair or dare, just start a combo off. And there it is. Oh, wow, I don't think that was it. So I go for a backpack here. I barely whiff it, super close there. I think I could have dodged out of it maybe. Or, yeah, tried to dodge into it, I mean. Throw an apple, try to control the stage, and he keeps just taking more damage because of, you know, that. And wow, a 100 coins backpack is just not enough. And I go for the dare there, and luckily you get that kill. Just a really close game, and kind of just still goes to show Stripe is definitely not out of the picture yet. And here comes this next game against a rematch with TTV Farquad. Shout out to you. You actually were in my last video's comment section. He crouches at the beginning. He's like, yo, what's up, bro? You know what I mean? So, you know, shout out to him. Getting to play against his Harley, it was a lot of fun. So this game, pretty intense. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty close. I feel like we both played pretty well. This was my first game on, I believe, actually. So my apologies for putting the video or the matches out of order. But yeah, this is my first game on. So you might see a little bit worse gameplay here. But, you know, I go hold on to the gem. And that's the best way to play this matchup. As you guys can see, like, based off how I'm playing this matchup, you can tell I'm experienced in it because I don't want to approach the Harley. I want her to approach me. I have gem. I have ways to shut down your traps. I just want to play patient. That's all I want to do. I want to wait for you to approach. I want to wait for you to make the mistakes. because even though we're both assassins, you have the tools to you know, control the stage, and I don't. Even though I might have gem, you have Jack in the Box, which covers such a massive part of the stage and can completely screw me over. And that hammer whiffing really causing a close engagement there, and luckily I do get a kill at 70% using Finn's spike. And yeah, I go for a nair up air into backpack there. It doesn't land for me. At this point, I don't really care about playing patient. I just want to rack on as much damage as possible. I want to create pressure. I want to make sure that I'm dealing damage to her because of the stock lead I have here. So I don't really care too much about holding onto my stock. I'd rather just make a lot, like just do as much damage as possible, considering anything can really happen against a Harley, right? And I don't know what I was thinking taking that gem. That was totally a mistake. I hope I don't die here because, okay, thank God. Yeah, guys, don't take a gem whenever you're like below your opponent. Like if you have a gem that's below your opponent that got sent because of going out or running whatever the perk is called. Trying to think of the signature perk you can run on Finn, but yeah, that almost kills me there. Really weird trajectory in which I got knocked away, but 50% on Harley. I'm actually doing pretty good right now, and I try to go for the nair there, and unfortunately it doesn't land. I'm actually kind of surprised. I thought that nair was going to land, but it kind of just decided not to cancel, and I try to go for the side special there to cancel out the bomb that doesn't work for some reason. Usually it does. And we're at 44 already. As you can see, like the game is just already evened out because, I mean, Harley Ignite just does so much damage as she stacks on the damage. It's just so much, you know, so much ways to deal damage with Harley. It's crazy. Definitely something that's under, you know, appreciated. And she misses 2 forward airs there as I run away, and I try to go here for, I should have gone for a lunge there, I'm pretty sure. Whenever she's in that kind of position, considering she wasn't going for the Jack in the Box, I could have just lunged at her and it probably would have worked. I try to go for a high 5 read there, don't get it. And as this game continues, I mean, it's looking pretty close. 75 to 69 and 85 now, luckily, as I collect the gem and it kind of gets thrown to waste by the down air. And I go for a backpack and it barely lands, but it's not enough. I go for a double fair there, knock her back in the blast zone. And then I do have a bomb on me, which is a little bit scary. I try to get back on stage, miss the high 5. At this point, I really need a nair up air there, and that's it. And an up strong would have been really nice there to try to pressure her. Make her force her to down air, and then go for the gem to get back on stage. I could die any moment here, so I got to be really careful. And she goes in there for the hammer, and I'm even more close to dying now. And that was really close there, 104 to 127. And I go for the up strong. I barely miss it. I go for another high 5, don't land it. And I go for a gem downwards. Yep, I go for the gem downwards. I land the sweet spot of the spike, and then I think ooh, what am I gonna do off stage here? Okay, then I go for a down air. Luckily, get that to land at the last second, and that's it. Overall though, guys, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope my commentary and insight kind of give a little bit more into what my, you know, better moves could have been, my intention, and just overall to hope the matches just helped you guys learn some stuff. As you know, with these games, I really do feel like I have a lot of fun, like, you know, getting to learn from so many high level opponents as I've climbed into higher MMR. I mean, just being able to play like against these really established players is just such a great way to learn, and I highly recommend if you guys get the chance to spar against some higher ranked players that you guys do it, because it's definitely the best way to learn right now. So yeah, thank you guys so much for coming by today's video. If you guys haven't dropped a sub yet, please do. You know, we're trying to hit 4K. We're at almost 3.5, which is really insane. Thank you guys so much for that. And check out my socials and stuff as usual. And again, thank you guys so much for everything. See you guys next time. Peace out.